Round two. Okay. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Revolution of Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Pandemic, with the co-host, Gypsy and Tweakbolt.
Hello.
And we also stole Oscar Mike
Yo, what up, boy?
from Team A or Team B. I don't know, one of the teams. I forget. We had.
Isn't he team? I think it's.
I think it was Team B. No, I think
is it
we're.
Team B?
I was
I
a
think.
part of Team Awesome
I thought
Fighting
we were
Aces.
Team B.
That was our name.
Wait, what was your name?
Awesome Fighting Aces. Best name out there.
So Team A.
So yeah, all right, Team A. All right. Yeah. John, take it away.
Oh, so I guess we should talk about Pokemon Go.
Let's do it, Mike. Why do you hate
How
Pokemon Go?
Pokemon Go is.
Honestly, I go and I say Pokemon Go is the most retarded thing out there, but I catch myself playing it every once in a while still.
I'm so passionate on just extremely disliking that game. I'm gonna make a career out of bringing down Pokemon Go
And why do you want to do this?
because the game makes no fucking sense.
Why does
Oh.
it not make sense?
Because you can't battle each other with using the Pokemon. You need these fucking sweethearts or fur roll-ups to make them evolve and shit. And you can't do anything. I have like
Well-
7 gyms near me, and I do like a 4-mile fucking walk, and I see like 2 Pidgeys. No, I don't fucking want no goddamn Pidgeys and shit.
But Pidgeys are awesome though, man.
Yeah.
Pidgeys are
Pidgeys.
cool. Like the first 10,000 are awesome. Don't get me wrong, but that 10,001 just doesn't want to do it. It just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Pandy. Where I live, there's nothing but Pidgeys and Rattatas, and I got lucky enough to I ran into a Fearow when I was at the gas station. I was just like, all right, I better catch this because I'm never gonna see this Pokemon ever again, ever. So I decided to catch that, and then when I'm at work, I'll turn on Pokemon Go. There's not a single Pokemon. There's no tracks. There's no anything. There's nothing out there. Like all the Pokemon are afraid to go to Deep Ellum.
It's like getting territory. I wouldn't want to go there either.
Yeah, you
I mean-
got a bunch of wise Pokemon going on. Like,
It is Texas. I mean, they're
Yeah.
probably like, shit, he's gonna try to shoot us.
yeah.
I put
so-
a-
Oh god.
Tweakball's just standing outside with like a rifle. Whoa there. Whoa there, Pikachu. Whoa there.
Whoa there, Pikachu. Whoa there.
I put an incense down, and a Pidgeot showed up. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm gonna catch this thing. I had 57 Pokeballs. I'm like, yeah, I feel pretty confident in it. And I wasted all 57, and then I had to run away. And that's why I hate the game.
Oh my god. So you hate it because you're bad at the game.
I tried,
No,
to
the
find
thing-
I tried to find a way to reset my accounts. Can't do. I need a new Gmail. So I tried to delete the app, thinking, hey, if I re-download the app, I might be able to start new. It brought me back to having no Pokeballs, same everything. So I'm just like, fuck it. I just deleted the app. I don't want to do no more.
See, I was having the same issue, and Bree told me that I should use an incense. I was like, yeah, all right, so I used an incense. It goes on for 30 minutes, and all the Pokemon are supposed to come to you once you do that. Not a single Pokemon came to me the entire time I had the incense.
It could have been the
I-
servers, because the servers been having troubles with people with the incense.
Fucking Team Rocket, man. Bunch of bastards.
But the way the coding, I guess somebody like decoded the whole thing, and for instance to work, it's like 1 every 5 minutes you get a Pokemon, or if you go further than 200 meters, you get a Pokemon or something like that.
Well, that's why you gotta pop it and then walk around.
Yeah, twist it, pull it.
Bop it.
I don't know. My experience so far has been pretty good. Like,
Yeah, I've
gotta go
walked
to the
around.
park, man, because that's where everything is.
All right,
There's like
well,
7 parks by my house, and it's all in a
thing
bad
is,
neighborhood. So there's like
that-
no Pokemon there.
if I go to the park right now, I would die of heat exhaustion. It's so hot outside. I don't want to walk around in 100-degree weather and having to deal with, Alright,
Pidgeys and
guys.
Rattatas.
There's gonna be something better than a Pidgey out here. There's bound to be something better than a Pidgey.
Even the goddamn Charmanders are looking for fucking shade and shit. I wouldn't want to go outside in 100 degree weather anyway.
I don't know, man. If you want to be the very best, like no one ever was, you're gonna have to make sacrifices, man.
Yeah, like jumping off cliffs. Like people have been doing that lately.
People getting hit by
Walk.
cars.
I heard someone
Yeah,
got
if I
stuck in a
go.
tree going after a Pokemon, which makes no sense.
I heard someone
How?
died playing Pokemon Go.
That
I believe it.
is.
I'm not sure if it's a rumor, but that's a widespread thing I'm seeing on Facebook.
I have a. There was a guy. He got. Okay, so he was playing Pokemon Go, and he got stabbed. The motherfucker got stabbed. Okay,
Did he have a
and
full
he
heal?
kept. I guess. I mean, I hope he did because he kept playing the game. He
That's
had no.
dedication.
He kept playing the game. The guy got stabbed. Okay. Yeah. Me personally, if I got stabbed, I would have been like, game over, GG, time to go to the hospital. No, this guy didn't bother going to the hospital. He got stabbed and he wanted to keep playing the game. Like, that's not dedication. That's
Yo, that's dedication, man. But
no.
there's always in any major like big thing, there's always stupid people. Just what about like all the people in Asia that go to internet cafes and stay there for like 24 hours and die playing World of Warcraft?
And
Yeah,
eat
but
McDonald's fries and shit.
Yeah, but like sleep. If you get tired, you can kind of like rush off that, the fatigue and everything like that, and you just keep going. Like the guy got stabbed.
Dude's a warrior.
That's like an immediate, response. That's not something you could just walk off. Apparently.
Well,
You
he
can
did
with
walk
Pokemon
off.
It also depends on what Pokemon he was chasing, because, if it was a Charizard or a Gyarados or like a Mew or something, then kinda gotta weigh the
Yeah.
odds out.
Like, think about it. You're either gonna go to the hospital or you're gonna catch this one Pokemon that's not a Rattata. What are you gonna do?
I
If
mean, that's
it's
got
a Mew, I'd definitely brush off the stab wound and,
Like-
kind of just sweat it out.
Here's the scary thing, though. Check this out. So, what if he got stabbed, right? And obviously, he's not doing so well. And next thing you know, like every time he like kind of looked around with the camera, he like kept on seeing like a Haunter or like a Gengar like stalking him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that's gonna be
looming.
like what are those stories? The creepypasta, I think they call it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be one of them, I bet.
Oh,
Now, my
that'd
next
be-
question is, where did he get stabbed, though? That also has a
I
huge
don't know.
factor in the whole equation.
Yeah,
I feel like regardless, if you get stabbed, you're gonna feel the pain.
If you get stabbed in
Yeah.
the hand, you could kind of just put like some of your shirt around and you'll be fine. But if some dude walks up to you and stabs you in the kidney, like,
you,
you're
act,
gonna bleed or
you
something,
act like
kinda gotta go
everybody's
right away.
everybody's a trained like special ops. No, just wrap it around real quick. You gotta
Wrap it
keep.
around your hand, you'll be good.
It's like,
It'll
look,
stop the
man,
bleeding eventually.
look, man, you got an extra hand. You don't need this hand. Keep playing the game.
Guy gave us 2 hands.
Or like the villain in Dying Light, when he cut his arm off and
Oh,
he just
spoiler.
takes a
Spoiler.
torch and burns himself.
No, I haven't played the game.
You're never gonna play the game anyways.
I was thinking about playing it.
But
You're such a liar.
you should play the game though. It's actually pretty good.
It's a
Jojo's
pretty fun
thinking about
game.
getting it.
You weren't.
No, JoJo was. wasn't.
JoJo's not gonna listen to this.
No,
Jo-
he didn't Dying Light.
JoJo said that we weren't gonna make this podcast, and we
Yeah,
made
sure
it.
as fuck proved him wrong. Yeah, fuck you, JoJo.
True. I mean, can you blame him though? We haven't had a podcast in so long. It's just hard to believe that we got one going
Since
finally.
April,
Yeah.
That's not that long ago. It's
That's
towards
pretty
the end
long
of
ago,
July.
man.
3 months, right?
Yeah.
That's not that much, right? Right?
It's only quarter of a year.
It's because John.
I feel
I'm
the same way when I
sorry,
got
what?
Yeah, I'm trying to speak words and it's not working. I'm just gonna win John. That's the final answer.
Hey, when in doubt, blame John.
That's messed up, man. That's messed up.
He'll be all right.
Yeah. You know what, John? You can blame yourself.
Oh,
Let's do a podcast at 10 o'clock at night. Nah, dude, I'm good.
Yeah, we can do it after work. Yeah, that's like 10 o'clock at night.
oh, I get out of work normally at 5 now.
Oh, you moving
That's
on?
not that
Up?
bad.
Nah, it's still pretty bad.
I'm the only one in my department technically, so I have a midday shift.
You're the
So when
one
are you
when
gonna
you-
get CFO Staples, John?
Yeah. Wait, that's financial. Why would he be financial if he's tech?
I don't know. I don't make the rules or anything.
He said GTFO Staples.
Oh, GTF? I thought he said CFO.
I thought he did too. God, we have terrible hearing.
I was like, man, Mike knows some. I didn't know Mike was that smart.
Is this the perks of getting old, or?
No, that's not the perks of getting old. No, the perks of getting old is Tweakball losing his Rockstar.
Yes.
Old age comes for forgetfulness.
That is old age problems right there. That's the first sign you lose the energy drinks.
Oh man, where'd I place my energy drink? Shit. Gotta go to the gas station and get a new one. First world problems.
So,
I could just see him just staring at the counter. It was right here, man. Hold on, let me walk around.
This
No,
fucking
right
hunters
here.
and Gengars from Pokemon Go are fucking with me.
Alright, what do we got? Mike, what about Gears of War 4?
Oh man.
Ooh, I don't know about that, man. I'm not a huge fan of Gears 4 because it plays
Yeah, but-
exactly like Gears 3 with just some DLC.
So you're saying you're bad at the game.
Ooh.
That does have a huge factor in it, yes, but I don't want that to be the only factor.
Did you try
Well-
placing your shots better?
One does not simply just place your shots better. Someone just cannot magically do that. It takes a lot of time and effort. The thing is, Gears of War UE and Gears 4 are two completely different games. I put a lot of time and effort in Gears UE trying to know how to do everything, do all the little tips and tricks and strategies.
Mm-hmm.
But in Gears 4, all those tips and tricks from UE are not going to go over to 4. So everything you know about one game, you can immediately just throw out and get rid of it because you can't do it in Gears 4.
Well, why would you just completely...
Because
Change the core
Coalition knew
mechanics.
that would get me angry, and they don't want me to be happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's something Coalition does.
So I gotta learn never to like anything that Mike likes, or...
Don't like
mean-
anything I like, and you'll be good.
That seems like a pretty big jump on like how games change. I think Halo's always kind of like gradually changed the way they play their games.
Yeah.
That's just 343 fucking everything up.
You're just so...
It's
Honestly,
so
I'm sorry.
true,
I
though.
sincerely dislike 343. They
Mike,
make
are
me
you
so-
alright? What? No, he's Mike.
they make me so angry.
Everything
You're
about today, he's
salty
just
as
so
fuck.
angry.
I don't know,
Everything's
man,
just
though.
getting Mike angry.
I think my favorite Halo has to be Halo 3. Like that was
Yes,
That
that
was-
was
that
that
was
the best
everything.
one. I put
I
so
liked,
much time in that game.
I put a lot of time in Halo 2, so that's been my game.
That's because
I
you're
see why
old.
people like Halo 3 the best because there was
You're
never
old
a Forge
too.
mode before.
I like, yeah, Halo. The reason Halo 3 is considered the best is because of Forge mode, and it had an entirely different community. Gameplay wise, I did not think Halo 3 was that great.
Yeah, like with the
Um,
shot placement, the battle rifle, they would eat shots so much. It had to do with like connection, shot placement, all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's like
would-
it's
They
like
would
being
eat,
host
like, 2 of the shots of the battle
in Gears of
rifle.
War
Are you kidding
1.
me? And then I get teabagged by some fucking dinosaur, and then I get a message afterwards saying something about my mom. How does 12-year-old boy know about my mom? Who is he?
He knows everything about your mom.
He didn't talk to his mom.
Your
He
mom
just
wouldn't be
started
want me
talking
last night.
I could see Mike just getting pissed at this like 12-year-old kid, like you don't know about my mom, man. My mom's a fucking saint.
Fucking
Tell you
nice-
this right
nice
now.
lady.
Listen here, you little shit.
You piece of shit.
She's a wonderful woman. You leave her alone.
Mike like sends us text, like a screenshot of what's happening.
I'm just
Can't
getting
believe this, like,
verbally
this fucking
assaulted by
guy.
this 12-year-old kid.
Mike, it's okay, man. Just chill out. Kid's like 12. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore. 12-year-old kids bullying me on Xbox. I don't know, man.
Whatever. See what
So
else
the
we
new
got.
Xbox is coming out August 2nd.
Which one, the Slim?
The Slim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they get
Yeah.
you.
What do you mean that's how they get you?
They come out with a new Xbox, like from X. Look at an example for Xbox 360. What was it, like 25 gigs? And then like
It was like
a few
20
months
gigs.
later, they came out with one that was like
Yeah.
50 gigs, and then like a year later, they came out with like the slim one that was 250 gigs.
Right.
Xbox
But
One had the
I thought that was the
501, and
Elite.
they're gonna make this one, which is 2
yeah, that was the
terabytes.
Elite.
2 terabytes
Yeah,
and slimmer. That's like
I don't-
marketing 101.
See, I didn't need the big, hard drive when I had like 360, man. 'cause,
Yeah, when he
had the
first started,
discs.
it wasn't really digital,
Yeah, but then it went digital.
Then it went digital, and
And-
people were like, "Man, we need more room."
Like me, I went through my memory quick. Like that's so I actually did have to get the Elite.
It's pretty hard when games are like 80 fucking gigs. Like Halo 5, that's like 86 gigs right there.
Well,
And I don't even play it.
Battlefield is what killed my memory. Battlefield was very memory intensive.
Yeah, with all the
What?
DLC and everything.
4?
Yeah, well, Battlefield 3 and then Battlefield 4.
All the Battlefields.
Yeah. I love Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 is awesome. There was like 4 or 5 months straight I did nothing besides just play Battlefield 4. The game is so
Battlefield
much
4
fun.
used to be a piece of shit game, and then
Whoa.
it took them. Dude, don't even deny
Yeah,
it.
it
You know
did.
It was.
Well,
Game was
Battlefield
fucking
4
broken.
or which one are we
Yes,
talking
Battlefield
about?
4. No, I'm talking about Battlefield 4.
When it first started, or what do you mean?
When it first started.
When it first started, like right in the middle of it, and right at the last bit, they finally fixed it.
I remember
Yeah.
playing it for like the first week, and you would shoot your gun, use like 8 rounds in it, then you would reload, and it would take away the rest of the rounds in your magazine. I was like, oh, I guess that's kind of cool because that's sort of realistic. I didn't know that was a glitch in the system or a bug they had to fix. I was like, oh man, they're going full realism in this game. Like, I guess that's cool.
I think the
It'll
game
teach
was
me
trying
not
to
to
tell the
waste ammo.
developers. It's like, guys, this is real life. We should do this. DICE is like, nah.
What else we got? We got Skyrim remaster. JoJo's so excited about that.
They need Oblivion remastered.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping they were gonna
Yeah.
do.
Me personally, Oblivion is so much better than Skyrim.
I like Oblivion.
The
Yeah.
one thing I like more in Skyrim than Oblivion is the werewolves in there. That's it. The werewolves are so cool in Skyrim.
But I thought the Brotherhood Oblivion storyline. Oh, that was like my favorite storyline.
Also, they had like the arena there. They had like the Mages Guild, the Thieves Guild, Dark Brotherhood, the Fighters Guild, and like all the DLC and stuff. Like the main campaign is so much fun. Like with the Oblivion Gates,
Yeah.
there's like an infinite amount of Oblivion Gates. You just randomly pop up, and you can just continuously just do those forever.
Yeah. If you
Skyrim,
don't.
there's only like X number of things you could do before it's like, hey, I gotta do main quest to progress through the game, so I have more stuff.
He's just. You're so negative about everything, man.
Oh no, it's not.
Mike, how was your day today?
His mic just. He just muted himself or something.
Oh man, he's probably cussing you out right now. He's like, piece of shit. Saying I'm mean. You're fucking mean.
So what about Battlefield 1? It looks pretty sick.
I am so incredibly excited about that game.
Which game?
Battlefield 1.
1.
Oh yeah, that game looks sick.
You know what's funny? Like, I think it's really, really nice that they're not going forward with the whole like advanced warfare bullshit. You know what I mean? Like
You mean
the
flying
whole, like,
robots?
yeah, flying robots, fucking Gundam wings, and basically just running around like exosuits doing flips and shit like you're
See,
in the
there are
Matrix.
pros and cons to doing that. Cons is it's completely awful, but the pro part about that is they don't need to go back and make sure history is correct. They don't need to go back and say this battle happened on this day at this time. They could just make whatever they want and whatever day, whatever week, whatever month, and whatever year, and they could just flow on by with the story.
Yeah, but the thing is that that really takes away from experience, though. Like, you're not reliving a moment. Like, okay, so I forget which one, Medal of Honor or Call of Duty, but it was on one of the games back then. You were at Normandy Beach, like on D-Day, and that was probably I can look back and that I'd probably
Medal
have
of
to say
Honor,
that
yeah.
that was probably my most favorite mission in a first-person shooter, just because that was a really intense level. And, reliving that kind of scenario or replaying it, whatever, like that's how valuable that is. And if you go back and say you go to like advanced warfare missions, you can't really remember any of them because it's just so, I mean, it doesn't go anywhere. Like, that's it. You're playing it, you're done, it's just on
Yeah,
to the
my
next level, I
memory,
guess.
it doesn't retain that, but like the second Medal of Honor, like Frontline, or no, I think it was Rising Sun, where you're by Pearl Harbor, I think it is,
Hmm.
and the Japanese are flying their planes into the ship. I remember that mission so well, the very first mission,
Yeah.
because it's stuff that like you're reliving the moment. I don't remember
Yeah.
shit from Advanced Warfare, and that was about a year ago, and Rising Sun was like, what, 12 years ago, 13 years ago when it came out for the
Rising
GameCube.
Sun. Yeah, you got the right platform, Mr. PS4.
Yeah, John, your PS4.
No, Mike, you said PS4.
Alright, first off, they need the story about this. So we were talking about, I think it was the Resident Evil series and Resident Evil 4. And I was going on and saying how much I love the game and how that I played it on the PS2, the GameCube, the 360, and it's also going to come out to Xbox One and PS4. And I don't remember the rest of the story, but let's just say that John said PS4.
You
meant to say
didn't
PS2,
say.
and that's what happened.
You said PS4. You're like, yeah, I played it. No, you're like, it first came out on the 360 and then the PS4, and then.
You mean John said that?
No,
John
you said that.
PS4.
You said it. Hell.
Sweet, back me up here, man. You said PS4.
I think you said PS4.
Wait, no, this is why we talk. This is why we have the meetings, man. We're supposed to be agreeing.
I don't know when you're having these meetings, man, but
No.
I haven't been to one in a while, I guess.
Sweet, you're supposed to say John, man. Come on, I need someone in here to back me up.
Week's still trying to find his rock star. That's why he hasn't been there.
Oh my god, like the cable was tied up on my mic and it was like all the way down to my neck. I'm surprised you guys were hearing me.
What?
I didn't know,
Are you having a fight with your game? It did rap on you?
It did rap on me.
Speaking of which, how was your Pokemon match
like
against
John.
Gypsy?
Listen. You know what? It's not fair that you would paralyze me and then use rap a billion times, then I can't move, and then you continuously do it.
All right,
was
guys,
genius.
let's wrap this up.
That's not good. Oh man.
Wrap it up.
I've never been so mad at you in my entire life.
Alright. Oh, I know a subject that would make Mike mad. How's Dragon Ball Xenoverse?
Oh man, I really want to know about this. Well, when JoJo and I played, we didn't really particularly care much for the game, so he bought it and we played it for about a good hour and a half, and then he called Xbox support so he could get his money back, and said that his kid bought the game. Xbox was like, yeah, just don't let your kid go on your Xbox and purchase games and stuff. But that was a terrible decision.
It was a good game.
It wasn't.
You're just bad at the game.
I liked that game.
They couldn't figure out what to do. They got lost in the city and they didn't know how to keep going.
Morrowind. It's like, hey, go over here. I'm like, where is over there? And who do I talk to? It's like, go to this place and talk to a person. They didn't give me the name of the person. They didn't give me the name of the place. They just said go. And so for
how'd you get lost at everything? It's easy to find everything in that game.
No,
It's
there's,
a
like,
small.
in this-
It's a small city. It's not like it's like a giant.
The city is made up of 3 sections. Okay,
The
one
city is
section
the
is
size of
completely
Skyrim.
useless. One city is completely useless. The other one is just for missions, and the other one is stores.
See, where were
That's
you when
it.
I needed you, Tweak? I needed help, and me and JoJo were just going around. We couldn't figure shit out. And Dan's like, "Oh, you just gotta go there," and he didn't fucking help us out.
No, Dan was right. You just go there. That's it.
Dan's like, "You gotta place
That
your
was
shot
probably-
starter." I'm like,
that
"Dude,
was-
I'm playing
that was the
Dragon Ball Z.
easiest
The fuck you mean
explanation.
place my shot starter?"
I love that game. That was a fun game.
So I realized if Mike doesn't like a game, it's usually because he doesn't understand the game.
I'm starting to see that pattern. Yeah.
No, it's not true.
He's like, oh, I'm bad. I'm bad at Gears of War 4. Worst game ever. Like,
No, it's not a terrible game. It just Gears of War 3 I just didn't like. If you were to play the whole Gears of War series from like when the game came out each year, and then you put a couple of years into the game, it just completely changes. Like from Gears of War 1, played a certain way, to Gears of War 2, and both of them were kind of the same, but a little different at the same time. And you go from Gears of War 2, which plays somewhat like Gears 1, to Gears of War 3, and it's completely changed.
right? Because
The
they
movement speed, the strafing, the wall bouncing,
each year I
every
think they
single
try to
weapon.
pull away from the dasher
it's
each
just different.
time.
And that's what I don't like. It's like, stay consistent with your game and with the gameplay, and don't change it to something that's brand new every single game that comes out. Like, the most consistent game that came out right after a new launch was Gears of War 3 to Gears of War Judgment. Gears 3 people did not like Judgment, but it played almost the exact same. And that was the
Okay.
most consistent for Gears of War games. Both back-to-back, same gameplay. And then Gears UE came out, brand new game, I loved it. I've not been so passionate about a game in
Is
such
that
a
really a
long
brand
time.
new game though? It's kind of similar to the first one.
But the next game I'm looking forward to is definitely Flying Robots 4.
The
Because-
what?
Yeah, Flying Robots 4.
What's
Duty.
flying robot?
Call of
Because once you
Why
pay...
Call of Duty? Why not Titanfall 2?
Because when you get Flying Robots 4, you get Call of Duty 4 remastered. So you pay $80 for COD 4 remastered, and you get Flying Robots 4 for free.
For free,
And-
quote
yeah,
unquote.
for free.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see what you're
Fantasy
saying.
is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're saying you're willing to
Yeah.
pay $80 for a remaster?
yeah.
Here's what he's saying. Yes, exactly that. Actually, you're paying
Yeah,
$80.
$80
$80
for remastered.
for just that. Like, fuck the other game.
Yeah,
the
the other
one they're
game is
trying to
just,
push.
for achievements and stuff. But
Here's what's sad.
Call of Duty 4
is-
and Halo 3 are two of the games I put the most time into. Oh my god, do I miss Call of Duty 4.
What I think is really sad is that I think, those guys realize that they've kind of realized they know that no one really likes playing their games anymore. So what they're doing is they made this game and they're like, okay, yeah, no one's going to like it, but we got to make something, guys. And then one guy said, yeah, but no one's going to buy it. So they said, at that point, they all lit up a joint and they realized, guys, we should remaster Advanced Warfare. Or
Advanced Warfare.
Modern Warfare. There's so many warfares. We should
Oh,
do
Modern
Modern
Warfare all
Warfare.
over again.
And then yeah, that's it. No one's gonna care about this new game that's coming out. They want.
What if
Warfare.
they remastered Advanced Warfare? That would be hilarious.
If they
That'd be
remastered that
so-
already, I would laugh so bad. Oh my god.
I'd be so disgruntled. Dude, I wouldn't understand why. I'd be more confused.
More flying robots.
Flying Robots 5. Revenge of the Flying Robots. What? Are you kidding me? Enough of your flying robot nonsense.
What about well, you guys aren't really only Tweak's really into racing games. John and Mike are.
Yeah, I like Super Mario Kart 64.
I mean,
That's pretty cool.
Talking about the racing games, I'm okay with this.
I was gonna say
Sorry,
Horizon
everybody
3, but I don't think anybody else.
Since, like, no one's really interested, I'll just say, Final Fantasy is coming out soon.
Yeah, I'm
and
interested in
actually
that.
pretty excited.
Aren't there like
Oh.
32 of those games?
I don't
Close.
think it's that high. How many Final Fantasy games are there? Let's Google this.
So 27 Final Fantasy games, and
There's 15, isn't there?
I don't know
Well,
none of the storyline, or I never
15.
played any of them. So what is it even about?
Final Fantasy?
Yeah, what's like the summary of everything?
Someone. Oh god. Okay, so there's like a different story every time, but
Yeah,
the
it's
gist
not-
of it is the gist of it is there's a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whoa,
Awesome, yeah, I'm
you
totally
I
about
know.
all 20 of them
I
now.
blew my mind, dude.
I know.
Man,
I'm
you
here.
got me, dude. Sold.
I mean,
I'm just so excited though. It looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
yeah, that's what I said about
It
Division.
is. Oh, that is.
You see this
That
car
is-
here? Yeah, it can take you places. Fucking sold. Thank you, sir. I'll buy it right then and there.
Now, do you promise I'll get this car? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, for only
Yeah.
$50,000. Yeah, sold. I'll take it again. I'll take 2 of them. What's actually
Zeros.
pretty cool is, in about 2 or 3 months, they're going to open up the county sheriff testing again. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. So I'm looking forward to
Oh.
doing that. Yeah,
Mike,
Yeah?
Mike's gonna-
You should call you Sheriff Mike.
gotta go
Yep.
through all the BS again. Do you guys want to hear the bullshit that people got to go through for that?
Alright, let me hear it.
The last time I was there waiting in line to do the physical test, this woman forgot her written note from her doctor. She flew in from fucking Texas to Chicago to go to the college Moraine Valley to do her physical test, and they wouldn't allow her to do her test. She wasted $300 for no reason to go there.
She
Wait,
needed
what-
wait, you need a
what did she
doctor's
need a
note
note
to
for?
say you can
You
do
need a
it?
doctor's note saying you're physically capable of doing these tests, so
Okay.
the sheriff's program does not get sued in case your heart gives out or in case you hurt yourself. It's
they can't
Go to
so they're
like
not
urgent care
reliable for
center
you.
and go get a quick physical.
Or you couldn't
So
just
the-
sign a waiver saying that it's not going to be their fault if you get hurt. Isn't
I-
that like
that would
the
make
usual
sense.
thing to do? Like,
That'd
didn't
make
people
sense,
do that
but-
anyway? Like,
Makes so much sense though.
Like, if
Yeah,
you go
that'd
on a
be way
ride
too
along,
easy.
if you go on a ride along, don't you have to sign a waiver anyway?
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Yeah, but it's
But
saying
you
that
do
you
need to
can't
sign a
sue the
waiver,
city
yeah.
in case you
In
have
case
an
you die.
injury or you die.
Yeah.
So can't they just have you sign that same waiver?
It's very strict instructions. They send you emails saying you gotta do this, you gotta do that. You need something notified from I don't know what it's called. Like they're supposed to a certain person has to stamp something on a piece of paper. It's like a notary or something. You need something
get it
from your
notarized?
doctor's office with him with his signature saying you're capable of
What?
doing the physical test. Yeah, it's bullshit. The amount of bullshit in this is just off the scales. And then you
Okay.
need like one other thing there, and if you don't have all 3 things, you cannot do the physical test.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
just a physical test.
Shit.
It's not
So
even
it's
like
either you get recycled into the next physical test that's going to take, or you have to restart everything again. So that would
It's
be
probably
the
easier to get
application.
into the freaking military.
So that'd be the application.
Right.
It's kind of like a paramilitary thing. It's not actually military, but they make you go through like the academy and shit. Anything to do with law enforcement is like a step below basic training for like the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, stuff like that.
yeah,
Because you do get trained in certain things they get trained in.
Wow.
That's great, man.
so wait, did you not pass the physical last time, or did you pass physical?
No, I passed the physical, and I was waiting for the interview with one-on-one interview with a deputy, so he could determine if I could go along. But out of the 10 months I was waiting, the first 6 months I did good, and then the last 4 months of the 10 months I was waiting, they closed the program because they met the quota for the schooling, and they don't let us know because they don't need us.
So how do
we need
how do
them,
you
they
figure that
don't need
out?
us.
Do you just gotta like?
Yeah, I guess
So-
you just gotta look it up.
to the 4 months. No, I learned out from my dad. He's like, "Did you know they were closed?" I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." I've been waiting 4 months gone. That I thought that was still good, and they just like, "No, sorry, Mike. Better luck next time, man."
So they drop you into limbo, practically,
Yeah,
and they
there was a
don't
lot of
tell
us in
you.
limbo. This
That's
could be
really
done a lot better, but they just choose to do it this way because it's easier. Like all the schooling got filled up and everything.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
easier
they'd
for
let her
them.
go. Yeah,
For them.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
They don't have to tell you that you didn't make it, you know? So they're like, oh man, and whatever,
The way
they'll
my dad
learn.
became a police officer was he was at home when they were calling people to go to the academy. So if my dad wasn't home when they called the house phone, they would have put a line on his name and gone to the person below him. So if my dad wasn't home to answer the call, I might not be here
So,
because he might not would have been a police officer.
wait,
And
so that
that's
means
how
you.
they did it back then. You
Wait,
answer the phone. You want to go to you. There's a spot open for Chicago Police Department in the academy. You want to go? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Show up this place so and so on this day.
so were you born because your dad was a police officer?
I don't know. It could be. The universe is crazy like that. If he wasn't a police officer, he could have been doing something to do with computers or some other shit like that.
So is that why you were staying home and like waiting for the?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to find a somewhat decent job in the meantime, just so I could have money rolling in, but that was my main focus. I was really, really looking forward to the next step.
Right.
Because the first part is you got to do like a written test, then the assessment test, physical test, then a one-on-one interview. Then afterwards, it's like the drug tests, the background check, and then it's like you do like 800 questions in like 3 or 4 hours for the psych test, and it's just really draining. Afterwards, if the process takes X number of days, you gotta do a second physical test. So if you do everything you need to before X number of days, you go to the academy, and the academy, after you pass that, you then become a corrections officer, which you would go to Cook County Jail and watch prisoners, or you would be a deputy on the streets and work for suburbs and stuff.
Okay.
I really want to go and work in the suburbs, but I wouldn't mind going into corrections because what's cool about going into corrections is they pay for your college, so you can take night courses and stuff. Anything you want to do to better yourself, they will pay for.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
So it kind of
It's
is like the
really awesome.
military.
It's a really good opportunity. It's just such a pain getting your foot in the door. That
From what it sounds like,
it's so hard. It's so
sounds like
time
it's
consuming.
not worth it sometimes.
If everything goes right in my favor at the fastest rate possible, I'll be 25 before I am a corrections officer or a deputy sheriff or a deputy.
Is that like the
25. I'm
average age?
23 now.
Average age of.
See, I think nowadays, like, you pretty much got to murder someone to like get your foot into the door of like any kind of company. Like, I know with AD, like the company that I just got the job for ADT, that was so hard to get into.
Why, who'd you have to murder?
I mean, a couple people.
Who'd you have to murder? I just caught that.
But you
Oh
know,
my god.
I had to constantly call them. I had to keep on like I was bugging the shit out of those guys. Like I was sending letters, or emails, sorry, and finally they gave me a call. I was just like, hey, yeah, no. They were like, do you have time for an interview? I was like, yeah, I guess I do.
Yeah, if you don't know,
Bet your ass I do.
if you don't know someone in the company you want to work for, it's a pain to get into any of those doors.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
about what do you have nowadays, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not the grades you make, it's the hands you shake.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
it.
that's
It's pros and cons with it. Like some dude could have a bachelor's degree, and I could get the job over him because my dad knows someone in the higher chain of command. That's just how it is.
Right.
when I worked for AT&T, my trainer Like when I was in orientation, my trainer straight up said that. He was like, "Look, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you can try as hard as you want, and one day you're going to look up and someone is doing better than you, and he didn't do anything for it." He goes, "I'm just going to let you guys know, not, it's not the grades you make, it's the hands you shake." He's like, "So make friends with everybody." I was like, "All right, that's cool. That's very fair."
That's crazy.
Like he understood that, it's better to know people.
Right. You may be the
Versus
best
job
person for the
performance.
job, but if you don't know that guy, you
Yep.
ain't getting it.
Yeah, because all you see is just a piece of paper. You're not seeing that one-on-one FaceTime. You're not seeing
Right.
how that person actually is. That's
Yeah.
what sucks about it, our day and age.
Oh well. And Mike went out. Oh, it's back.
Oh, sorry.
It's probably his phone was ringing and he turned it off again.
Yeah,
Dude,
no,
honestly,
not
like
anymore.
I'm running TeamSpeak through my phone, and what I do is I switch it to airplane mode and just turn on Wi-Fi, and that's what I'm running with.
Week, you're not on an airplane though.
Wow, thanks, man. You just blew my mind.
how are you on a plane and talking to us?
Wait, hold on. I'm not on a plane right now?
How did,
God.
I don't even know. You guys are
It's
weird.
impressive. Where are you flying to?
Texas?
You're already in Texas.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Oh man. On the 22nd of next month, I'm going to be flying out to North Carolina. That's going to be exciting. I'm going to be doing training out there for a week.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
Um,
I always wanted to live there.
Really?
Yeah, it is really nice, especially in Raleigh.
I haven't
There
been
are,
there,
courses
so
there too, man.
Let's go, John. Let's go. Just go. Me and you, John. Let's move.
We're just all right. We're gonna go.
I had the trainer out there. He gave me a call, and he was like, he even said it, like, I guess they take really good care of you out there, because he was wanting to make sure. He said, "Okay, I'm going to be straight with you." I was like, "All right." He goes, "Some people don't get this job because they come out here and they think they're on vacation." I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, it's not a bad place over here. They'll stay for a week. They won't do anything. They'll just, do the training. They won't pay any attention to it, and they'll just go out and do their own thing and act like they're on vacation because we're paying for it." I was like,
What a
"Yeah,
diss. Oh my
no,
god.
Wait,
I
what do you
mean, it's
mean? They just they
They
pay
go
for
there for
everything?
the free
yeah,
flight.
they pay for everything. They pay for the flight, they pay for the rental, hotel, food.
Okay.
So, some people they'll go out there and, like, I guess they'll spend a week in North Carolina for vacation. And then, when someone's like, "Yeah, you didn't get the job. I'm sorry, you didn't do anything in your training." And they're gonna
Even
be like,
show
"Oh,
up.
oh well."
You bring the wife and kids. Yeah, we're gonna go on
Like,
vacation this week.
Shit happens.
Kids, I guess we're going home now. It's a good
I
vacation.
guess we're going home now. Did you guys have
Like,
fun?
We don't understand. Why'd you bring your family of 5 with you?
I got no one to watch them. Your
Yeah.
wife's right there. Oh well, I didn't know that.
Nobody was watching her, you know what I
I
mean?
don't know who that lady is.
Where'd she come from?
She's just been following me, holding my kids throughout this whole time. I'm actually kind of scared.
Holding my kids. You guys are gonna pay for the nanny, right?
So, John was saying that the last PR ever made was when? Like, it was today? Or when?
Yeah, it was last manufactured today.
The last
So-
VCR.
Who's still buying these
I
VCRs?
thought those went extinct like a long time ago.
I
Nope.
think there's
me
some
too.
country that still use them.
What,
What?
like Iraq or something, where they don't have
Or-
electricity?
North Korea?
Whoa.
Antarctica?
Cuba?
Antarctica?
I don't know, man. I don't use a VCR. I haven't used one since like the 90s.
I will say
Yeah,
this:
that was nice,
I am sad that the VCR is going to go, though. You know, I was saying this before the recording, but you know, I grew up to those. You know what I mean?
Yes, I mean.
I got Goosebumps movies. I got Pokemon like movies, and those little Pokemon like where they had like the episodes of them. Like I had the very first episode of Pokemon on a VHS. So I am going to be a bit sad that like there's not going to be any more of that because
I think I got the Power Ranger movie
VR.
on VHS.
Oh yeah, because I mean, you know, like there's a complete lifetime of memories that you know go with that VCR. I don't know. I guess that really is kind of a sign of getting old when you know like the VCR is no longer being made. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
It's got some sentimental value to it.
Duke's
Yeah,
going through a
exactly.
quarter life crisis.
oh, I am. You know, it's
Who was a
It
fan of
is.
watching those Godzilla movies as a kid, or was I the only one?
no, I was too. I
Those
fucking
were
Yeah.
so
love
awesome.
Godzilla.
I had the
Oh,
like the Nintendo video game Godzilla. I didn't know how to play it, but I would just
Are you
press
talking about?
the same
It
button
was like a
over and over.
Royal. It was like a Royal Rumble kind of
Yes.
deal. Oh yeah, dude. I remember going to Blockbuster and renting that game all the time.
Oh man, blockbusters, those things are dead now.
I know. That's a blast in the past.
Now they
Yeah,
have red
I would-
boxes at the corner of like grocery stores to replace the whole market.
See, my back in the day, my mom had this really. She had this really. She was smart about my grades and everything like that. So she would reward me if I was good on like the report card and everything like that. If my grades were good, she would take me to Blockbuster and I could rent a game. So, I mean, I would work my ass off to make sure I would get good grades just so I can go to Blockbuster and rent like these like all these fucking like Super Nintendo games, like N64 games, like Blast Corp. I remember Blast Corp. Renting that one. A lot of fun.
Yes, I remember Blast Corp.
Yep.
You had to like get the little nuclear truck to the end of the map, and you had to
Yeah.
destroy everything.
Which back in the day, like I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to like destroy buildings.
Yeah,
That's it.
especially that one level where you're just in the giant robot suit and you have to destroy the skyscrapers in like a
Yeah.
certain amount of time. That was my favorite part.
I wasn't aware that there was an objective. Like you had to go do something. Like I was just like, yeah, all right. I'm a demolition guy. I'm just gonna destroy buildings. I have the power, so I would do that. Next thing it's like mission failed. It's like I don't understand.
I guess I gotta
I-
destroy these faster.
I guess I gotta do this again. And then what? Rampage? Do you guys remember Rampage?
Yes.
Yep,
That was
I
a really
don't,
good
I don't
game.
remember that all too much.
that was like you gotta like climb buildings. They were like
Yeah, the climb
models and
buildings.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to eat people.
There was like an
That was a lot of
infinite
fun.
amount of levels. I think there was no end to that game.
Do you remember the game Spider-Man versus is it Carnage or something like that?
Yeah, I remember
That
the
was-
Spider-Man games.
That was a fun game to play.
I don't think I played that. I think you're lying to me.
Yeah, it was on Sega Genesis.
Oh, see, that's why.
Yeah, see,
I
yeah,
wasn't, I wasn't one of those
yeah.
kids.
Oh man, I'm about to like jump off a bridge.
I remember
Yeah, the
playing
Sega Genesis
playing
handheld.
Spyro on the PS1.
Sega Genesis.
Spyro?
Spyro was
Spyro.
so awesome.
Spyro was awesome. I loved Spyro.
Especially those
Yeah.
little egg guys that would take your dragon eggs and you'd spend forever trying to catch them.
Yeah, it would take you like straight hours just because the jukes were real. Those things would juke you out hardcore.
Remember, Spyro 1, 2, and 3 were so awesome. I 100% all those games. I put so many hours in those games. And Spyro 4 came out with like dragonflies. I was like, what the hell is this shit? I didn't like it. I was so disappointed. I'm like, my heart was broken.
He just curled up in bed and cried.
I think that's the first time I experienced disappointment in my life, where I was so excited for something and then it just wasn't what my expectations wanted it to be. Spyro 4,
Mike.
man.
It's like Gears of War all over again.
I'm reliving my childhood with a different game. We go to bed at night and just think about Gears of War 4 and how much I'm gonna be disappointed.
he just he has a picture of Carmine. He's just staring at it.
Just staring at it. Now they're gonna be doing the same thing, like what they have been doing with Carmine Brother in each game. I don't know if they're gonna be doing it with this one because it's like 20 years later.
So Carmine can have a little Carmine. Oh, wait, no, they're all dead.
Yeah,
That doesn't work out too well.
Except for Clayton Carmine.
Right.
I don't really know what's gonna be going on with him.
Maybe
But
he'll have a
figure
kid
that's-
or 3.
You could.
Wait. Okay, so explain Carmine to me, because I don't know too much on Gears of War, so...
Okay, I got this.
But I have realized he's in a lot of games.
In Gears of War 1, in your squad, there is Carmine. He gets his rifle gets jammed, and he gets sniped in the head.
Right, I remember that.
In the second one, his brother Benjamin, I believe, right?
Yeah,
I think
little bit.
little Benny. I forgot how he dies, but he dies in the Gears of War 2 as well. And then when the third one came out, there was a whole campaign about it, where people actually had to vote if you wanted Clayton Carmine to live or die. And there's like T-shirts and stuff like that people bought and everything, and they wouldn't tell you what the ending was going to be until the game came out, and that's the whole Carmine thing.
Oh.
A little
So he's-
backstory of
so he's
like
Kenny.
what the Carmines are like a huge military family in the COG universe. Benny was the youngest and Clayton was the oldest. And Benny died in Gears of War 2. Like the giant worm came out while you're in like a sunk city trying to get out of there. The Raven comes in, picks you guys up, and the giant earthworm that was sinking all the cities ate the Raven, the helicopters. So like Marcus, Dom, Baird, Cole, and Benny were in there. And I'm not sure if it was like the antibodies or the white blood cells that were in the worm, but they killed Benny Carmine, and they fucking destroyed him. Like they ate all like his chest area, they ate anything like that was in his torso, and he got wrecked. That was the
Oh,
worst
God.
death for Carmine.
Yeah. And then
And Gears 3,
Benjamin and
Clayton
Anthony
Carmine-
were skinny and small, and Clayton's like
Dude,
steroid
Clayton
up.
was like huge, like he was just buff out of his mind. He would bench press like dead locusts.
I still remember when that came out, and I was playing with one of my online friends, like the whole campaign, and the whole time he's wondering when Clayton's gonna die. He's like, "Is this the moment? Is this when Clayton's gonna die? Finally?" Never happens. And he was so disappointed. He was like, "Why? Why you killed Dom but not Clayton? Why?"
Do you remember when you saw Colonel Hoffman at like Bullet Marsh, and it's like the whole dark area where you gotta defend the stronghold?
Yeah.
You remember when the Lambent Locust came in and crushing everything?
Yep.
The Lambent Locust killed one of the COG guys by like ripping his head off. I thought that was Clayton Carmine. I was so disappointed for the rest of the game until I saw him at the end. Spoilers. If you guys didn't know Clayton survived. The game's been out for 5 years. It's your fault if you don't know by now.
You know, there's gonna be
Well,
one
yeah,
person that complains. It's probably gonna be JoJo typing in spoilers.
He's probably gonna message you later. What the fuck?
And the best thing about Gears of War, my favorite part in Gears of War 3 is probably when Dom dies.
I've seen that.
Can you? All right. Do you mean best part? Like that's your favorite part, or like emotionally wise, or like yes?
My favorite
I'm
part
so
because
excited.
everyone likes Dom so much, and when I say that, it pisses people off. Like it pisses JoJo and Dan off so much when I say that Dom dies is my favorite part. But in all for realness, though, that was like a super sad moment. It was super emotional because you played
Right.
as this character for like 5 years, getting to know his story, what he'd been through, and all of a sudden he just gets in a moment where he just can't take it anymore. He finally gives up, and then he just lets it all go so he can save his friends. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, that was a crazy part, especially since he turns into Castaway. He gets a beard and everything. Like he's just completely miserable. Expecting him to just pop out with Wilson.
Oh, dude.
He's carrying like his little plant because I think he turned into like a gardener or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Like,
was worried about his radishes.
yeah.
Volleyball was just vegetables. What was another
when
game?
Dom.
Oh, my bad, Tweak.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it probably would have been hilarious if, like, say, on the final moments where Dom's in the truck flying towards the area, he like looks inside the cab and like Wilson's sitting there, like, cheering him on. It's like, you can do this.
It's a sack of radishes.
Just a second.
We got this, guys. What was another game that you played or put a lot of time and effort into that a main character died and you felt sad about?
Red Dead Redemption.
I didn't really play. I never finished that game, so I can't really say anything about it.
I know how it ends because everyone and their mom spoiled it for me.
Yeah.
So, I know what's gonna happen at the end.
Yep. I mean, spoiler: John dies, but
Oh, John, he died?
I mean, it seems like a pattern when you two play a game together, so...
Yeah, you guys killed the rhinoceros or triceratops in Ark.
We didn't kill him, we
God,
lost
you guys
him.
killed him.
And he may have died because we lost him.
Because of the Titan boa attack. John deserves a medal. His unselfish actions of sacrificing himself so you guys could stay alive from the Titan boa should not go unnoticed.
what are
Yeah.
you talking
There
about?
needs to be a memorial of John somewhere, anywhere, to just recognize what he did.
What?
You know,
Yeah.
honestly, I tried going back to find him. We both did.
Yeah, we did.
tried going back.
I
But-
thought about going back, and that was good enough for me.
But the thing is, you know, when we just couldn't find him, and we were so sad because we had, you know, John was carrying so much of our stuff, so we lost so much.
So you
And
don't
John
care that
disappeared.
John died, you care about your stuff was lost?
That's messed up. That's material things
Oh,
to
man,
you.
those 100 sticks and 20 rocks I lost. Shit, damn it, John.
We had a lot of
Hold
food
on.
on John, and John walked away with our food and died. Thanks, John.
God, never mind, what a dick.
I know. John left us stranded.
He probably took all the food and ate it himself and ran away.
Thanks, John.
My food now.
I mean, I would do it.
To answer Mike's question, it has to be Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
That game, wow.
The game's supposedly like Dark Souls, where it's just like pretty difficult, just boss fights everywhere.
Well, it's like you climb on a bus.
Yeah,
Time.
it was like the God of War of the time.
Oh yeah.
But I would have to say that one because that one's messed up. Because the whole time you're trying to defeat the big monstrous, I forget what his name was. It's like Colossi or something like that. So you could revive the heroine, and your guy gets turned into the beast itself. And the people that you've been fighting along the whole time are attacking you and trying to kill you. Like, it's like what's it called? It's like Shutter Island. You know, in the end when Leonardo DiCaprio asks, what was the question he
Spoiler.
asked? I forget what it was now.
I haven't seen it.
You don't. God damn it, Mike. Mike.
You can continue on.
No, screw you, Mike. That's it. We're ending this. Goodbye, guys. Where are we at? 3:10? That's like an hour. All right. Bye. Goodbye, guys. RNG. Thanks for playing. Have fun.